Hello Orchid friends, welcome back to my channel. Wherever you are, I hope you're having a great day, staying healthy and staying safe. Today we're going to take a look at my two Phalaenopsis equestris. Both of them are coerulea type, so that means its lips would be that violet light purple color. The reason I have two is because I purchased one and then the other one was a gift from a different nursery when I made my order. They probably just were being so nice, so they decided to throw in a small keiki. I can tell that it was a keiki, it wasn't a regular plant, but I kept it alive. I managed to do that, and both of them are in bloom once again. So we're going to take a look at the one with one flower spike first, and then the other one has two spikes, and then we'll take a look at that one later in this video. And then the very end, I included a video clip of both of them in bloom side by side for you to see. I really enjoy my equestris orchids because they are multifloral, so when they bloom, you always see a very interesting clump of flowers blooming. Depending on how many buds or flowers you get, sometimes the older or earlier flowers will fade as it continues to elongate the spikes and produce more buds and flowers, and this is what happened with this one. So some of the older blooms were already drying up, but then this orchid was still continuing to keep pushing keep producing new buds and blooms. So I was very happy that it was doing that, but I was hoping to see a full bloom at some point, but it's just not gonna happen for this orchid this time. There are many other varieties of equestris. This one is the coerulea variety, but then I have seen equestris with white lips, yellow lips, orange lips, pink lips, or even like that darker orange or almost like red lips. So there are many different varieties, and for those of you who don't know, once equestris is fully established and mature, it would keep the flower spike and sometimes elongate even further the following bloom season and produce keikis on the nodes. So if you like keikis, you should probably give equestris a try, and in a couple years, you'll likely get some keikis out of your equestris. But keep in mind, keikis are very low on return on investment. You have to make sure you don't kill it, and then you have to spend a couple years growing that keiki for it to become mature enough to bloom. So just bear that in mind. Patience required. Now we're taking a look at the other equestris coerulea, and this one is the one with two flower spikes. But with two flower spikes, I also noticed that the bloom counts on each spike is not as many, not as big as the one previously. And I think it has to do with the fact that, one plant, and it has to ensure that nutrients go to both spikes, and that's why it's just not as concentrated. But next time around, either one of these orchids produce two spikes, I'll make sure I do a good job adding additional fertilizer to help increase the bloom count. Equestris is very easy to take care of. I don't do too much special care for these two orchids. They are on the growing rack under a grow light, but then it's also about 4 feet away from the window, so it does get some natural light as well, but primarily under grow light. And each time I water both orchids with 1/4 cup of water that already has water-soluble fertilizer in it, and the concentration would be 25%. So quarter strength fertilizer, and then in water, and then the amount of water I provide to these orchids, quarter cup. That's it. Winter time, I do reduce the water amount to about 1/8 of a cup. But springtime, summertime, autumn, I pretty much give these two orchids quarter cup of water. At the end of the month, I do soak this orchid pretty well because I notice that their roots do grow better when I soak them. And soaking is really good in general because once in a while you need to do that to remove the excess salt buildup from the fertilizer. Because if it's too salty, your roots may get impacted negatively. The only downside of equestris really is that it just doesn't have any fragrance. Otherwise, this orchid would be just too wonderful. It doesn't smell anything. I don't know if any of you has a fragrant equestris, but for me, both of them, they don't smell anything at all. And here are the side-by-side photos of them in bloom. The one on the left, one spike with a lot more flowers. The one on the right, 2 spikes, but each spike has lower flower count. They both are the same, pretty much the same size and age. The one on the right did lose one leaf just before, a couple of days before I took the video. But otherwise they look about the same size and age. The one on the left though is in a inorganic setup, and the container I use is really a recycle from like another miniature Phalaenopsis orchid from grocery stores. And then the one on the right, this one is still in bark chips. I decided to give them 2 very different medium because I wanted to see if either, if they do too differently or, there is not that big of a difference, and I think it's the latter. This is all I have for you today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you would like to get more orchid related videos from my channel, please subscribe and turn on the notification. I want to wish you happy growing, and I will talk to you in my next video. Ciao!